I know somebody somewhere gonna have something to say about that. I said what I said. Hey, you guys, welcome to the Prosperity Podcast. I'm your host, Samia, and I'm back with another episode. So, today is a solo, no guests, no distractions, just me and what's on my mind. So, let's talk about it, y'all. And y'all know I stay with my notes, so if you see me referring to my iPad, I got me a whole little note about. Okay, so first things first. Did y'all see that clip of B. Simone saying that she'd rather have $1 trillion than 10 minutes with God? Like, girl, what? That was crazy to me. And I just be feeling like B. Simone just be saying stuff. Like, I feel like B. Simone, at this point, you got to be trolling. But to troll God is crazy. To say that you rather have $10 trillion, $1 trillion over 10 minutes with God, that's crazy. And then I was watching Angel Reese podcast, and she had Pastor Mike on there, and I seen he said the same thing, and I was really disappointed. Like, what? And it's like, even with that, like, you gotta be careful who you follow when it comes to like with Christ and the Word, because for those two to say that was just different. And then I seen some people agreeing, and I seen some people disagreeing. And I just feel like for B. Simone to say that she'd rather have $1 trillion than 10 minutes with God, because it's nothing that God can tell her in those 10 minutes that he hasn't already told her. B. Simone, is you cool, girl? Come here. Is you cool? Because what? So you telling me you wouldn't want to just sit in his presence? Like, do you know what you can do in 10 minutes with God? Like, that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. And it's just like, that's in the Bible, greed, money. Like, the fact that they were just cool and comfortable saying that just was like very unsettling. Like, that was just like a turn off. Like, I had already slowed down on watching a lot of B. Simone podcasts, because I used to love watching B. Simone. I loved her podcast. But it's just like certain things she do and say, I just can't get with, period. I just can't. Another thing. So, when I do my solos, y'all know I just be ranting. I just be having a lot of things on my mind that I just want to talk about and get out, because it's like, same way that it's on my mind, I'm sure it's on somebody else's mind too, and that they can relate to it. So, yeah. So the second thing I wanted to talk about is expecting a you from other people. This lesson hurt, y'all, but it healed me too. I had to realize I love deep, I support hard, I show up the right way, but everybody is not built like me. And you have to learn how to meet people exactly where they are, and be okay with meeting people exactly where they are. And that's easier said than done, for sure. But, you have to accept people for who they are, and not who you want them to be, or who you feel like you've been to them. And if you feel like you're going out your way, or you're doing more for somebody than they're doing for you, you showing up more for them than they show up for you, cut back, set boundaries, do what works for you, protect your peace at all costs. And don't feel bad about it. Be unapologetically, yourself. Be okay with setting those boundaries and learning no expectation, no letdown. And that's something that my mom has instilled in me since a young girl. Like, no expectation, no letdown. And being 31 years old, still to this day, that's something that I struggle with, just being let down, expecting people to be how I've been to them. You know what I mean? Like, everybody that come around you ain't genuine. Everybody that come around you ain't supposed to stay around you. Sometimes God will put people in your life for a season and a reason, and, for a lesson. It's not always about how you feel or what you've done or how you showed up for them. You know what I mean? Everything happens for a reason, and you just have to be okay with that. Third thing, your gut feeling is never wrong, y'all. Every time I went against my gut feeling, I paid for it. I regretted it. And one thing about my intuition, she don't lie. Every time I ignore it, I got drained, played, used. I feel energy before somebody even speaks. And now I'm trusting that. It's been times where it just was like, I don't think I should do business with this person. Or it was just a feeling that they gave me, or the energy that they gave me that just made me feel like, I don't know if I should rock with this person. I don't know if I should, do business with this person. Like, this just doesn't feel right. When it don't feel right, listen to that. Go to that. Like, listen with that. Listen to that. That's your discernment. Listen to your discernment. You know what I mean? You don't get those uneasy feelings for nothing. And I know for me, sometimes it's like when I feel that way and I pull back from people or I do certain things, it's like I'll feel bad because it's like, I don't know, I just be feeling bad. And it's like, why am I feeling bad for doing what's best for me? Everybody do what's best for them, so you better do what's best for you. You know what I mean? And go with your gut feeling, because it's never wrong. Goodbyes don't have to be dramatic. Goodbyes don't have to be dramatic. I'm not arguing. I don't have to explain myself. I don't have to prove myself. None of that. I can quietly move on. A peaceful exit is different when you're growing. And it irritates people. When people are trying to get you out your character, sometimes saying nothing, saying something. And I feel like with breakups, friendships, I see people going to the internet doing story times, just being so loud about certain things that is just like, go to God and talk to God about it. You don't have to do all of that. Goodbyes don't have to be dramatic. You can leave quietly. You can exit left quietly. You don't have to do the most. You don't have to say things and prove your point. It ain't no points to prove. Sometimes when something is over, it's just over, and that's that. Once that chapter is done, it's done. And you have to be okay with that. You don't have to be loud about it, dramatic about it. You don't have to over explain yourself. You just got to stand on the decisions that you want to make for you. You just don't have to be goodbyes, just don't have to be dramatic. And I feel like 2025 and 2024 taught me that. Like, it was a lot of people that I just, cut off, that I stopped hanging around, stopped being friends with. And it don't always have to have an explanation. You know who you are, you know what you do, you know what you done, you know what you don't do. And, sometimes when things just don't align no more, it just is what it is. So, yeah. Another thing, y'all, bitterness will block your blessings. Bitterness will block your blessings. Resentment is heavy. Replaying situations is heavy. I had to let it go, not for them, but for me. Because holding on was stopping new blessings coming in. And it's like, I don't think people realize that, like, when you don't forgive people, when you sit with pride, when you just do certain things, it's like, how you expect God to bless you? And look how you acting. Look how you treating people. Look how you not being forgiven. Look how you just are not being God-like. You know what I mean? So it's just like, don't be bitter, because when you bitter, it block your blessings. And we need all them blessings. So, yeah. Ooh, this one is one of them ones. Come close. Let me tell you something. Come here. You listening? Watch out for people who try to compete with you. Some people don't clap unless it benefit them. Some people copy your whole vibe but pretend they don't see you. That's funny. Those are energy leeches, and they can't go with you where you are headed. Stop being around people that you've upgraded from. You've been leveled up. Like, you can't be around people with a jealous, envious heart. Like, I feel like I talk about this a lot because it's going on so much. Like, it's so common, and it's just like, I want to put me in a room, sit me at the table with people that's comfortable with who they are, that know who they are. It's a lot of people that will come around you and try to destiny swap with you, try to mimic everything you do. Oh my goodness. They be just watching, always in your views. Baby, don't miss a story. Don't miss a beat. But ain't liking, not commenting, not subscribing, not supporting for real, but watching everything you do so that they can try to mimic you. But y'all got to realize, like, what's for you will always be for you. You can't mimic nobody else, and you can't copy anointingness that people have. Like, it's just some things is in you, not on you. Like, and you can't copy that no matter how hard you try. So just stop. Stop. I'm scared of anybody around here trying to compete with me being me. Be you. I'ma be me. I'ma do what he say. You just do you, and I'ma do me. No, for real. Do you, and I'ma do me. All this competition, it's like, do y'all not realize we are better together? Like 2026, let's be more open to collaborating and genuinely collaborating, not just collaborating to use one another in a way where it's like, oh yeah, this person gonna help me get views, or this person got this and that, so I'm gonna try to do what they do. No, genuine connections and genuine collaborations all 2026, and just period moving forward. Okay, don't come around me trying to use me. Don't come around me trying to compete with me, because I'm competing with myself. This run is personal. This is me versus me, never me versus y'all. Okay, it's never that. So change your circle, change the people you're around if they sitting around trying to be in competition with you, because that's just not, that ain't what we doing. We was never doing that, and we ain't doing it now, and we ain't doing it moving forward. Another thing, I know that 2025 was, it was a good year, but trials and tribulations, that's just life. And I want to say, keep going, even when you feel alone. This season might feel lonely, but you're not alone. You're being aligned. Keep going. Stay focused. Keep showing up. God didn't give you that vision for no reason. And, God won't give up on you. Don't give up on God, because he won't give up on you. So it's just like, keep going. And I know that's easier said than done. Trust me. I know that it's easier said than done. It's some days it's like hard. It's hard to like keep going. Quick story time. Quick little, moment of transparency. If you know me, you know that I'm a content creator and I'm an influencer, and I've been being a content creator and influencer for years now. Like, I've been an influencer before an influencer was an influencer. I've been setting trends, and I've been, being an influencer online and offline for a long time now. And I'm passionate about it. I love it. I love what I do. I love my career. I love podcasting. I love being a content creator. I love being a creator. I love creating. I've always been creative. And I've been working so hard, y'all, just trying to stay consistent, trying to, level up with my brand deals, trying to get hotel deals, because I love to travel. And when I travel, I'm the kind of person that's like, I'm going to come back home from the trip and make a reel anyway. So it's like, I'm going to reach out to these hotels. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I was going to do it anyway. So why not work together and collaborate? So quick story time. Me and my sister, because I'm from Cincinnati, so we like to plan trips and meet up places so that we spend quality time together. Sierra, if you're watching this, shout out to my sister. That's my sister. I love my girl. We are planning a trip next year, and I'm like, I'm going to try to reach out to some hotels out where we're going to try to get us a brand deal or whatever, try to get us a hotel collab. So I'd be up till 3-4 in the morning, and I'd be sending emails, I'd be pitching, I'd be researching, I'd just be doing all this stuff. And, excuse me. I was reaching out to all these different hotels. I was pitching. Some would write back. Some wouldn't. Some would respond and say, they're not doing that. Like, whatever. But I didn't get discouraged. Like, I kept going, right? And it was this one hotel. They had like 118 followers. So me having I'm almost at 5K. I'm thinking like, oh yeah, let me write them. So something was just like, call. Instead of writing them, call. See if you can actually speak to, the sales department. So I called, and I was actually able to speak to the person I needed to speak to. So we on the phone. It was like we knew each other. Like, we were really, I'm pitching to her. I'm telling her what I do. I'm telling her how I was an influencer before I was an influencer, and how I got real influence on and offline, and how people, they value what I say and places I recommend, blah, blah, blah. And it was like she was picking up what I was putting down. She was feeling what I was saying. And she's like, I'm being so, I realize sometimes I talk too much. I I tell too much. I'm on the phone talking to her as if we friends. I'm telling her how, when I was reaching out to certain hotels in another state, how I just felt like they were being a little racist, or how like they would respond back to me until they seen what I look like. Like, I'm just really talking to her. And she's like, well, you know what, Samia, don't worry no more. Like, we're gonna work with you. We would love to work with you. And I'm gonna reach back out to you. This was like a Monday. She's like, I'm going to reach back out to you on Wednesday and talk to the general manager and blah, blah, blah. So, I'm excited, like, because I've been pitching hotels. I'm thinking, like, I finally got one secure. Now I can buy my flight. Now we can, like, really get this trip, planned. So I called my sister. I'm excited. Like, I told my husband, my mom, I'm excited. And Wednesday come, I didn't hear. I'm checking my email. Child, I checked them emails more than I checked my messages. I was checking my email, and she didn't email me on Wednesday. And I be so excited that I have to tell myself, like, okay, Samia, calm down, just be patient, just wait. So I'm like, I'm not gonna email her. I'm just waiting to see if she email me tomorrow. So Thursday come, I was like out with my kids, and we was pulling in the driveway, and as I was pulling in, my kids was asleep. So I got on my phone, sat in my car, and was on my phone for a minute. And if you a mom, them kids sleep, we ain't rushing to get out this car. We're going to sit here for a minute. I'm going to enjoy that quiet time and get my break. I got to get my break any way I can. So I'm checking my emails, and I see that the lady emailed me back. So I'm like, I'm excited and hyped before I even read the email, child. Y'all, I go to read the email, and the email basically was like, after talking to the social media manager and the general manager, basically, make a long story short, I don't have enough followers. I'm not basically what they're looking for. Like, I don't qualify to, stay at the hotel in exchange for content. So I'm looking at the email like, dang, you know what I mean? Like, oh, it felt like somebody stabbed me in my heart. Like, oh. So I'm like, no, I'm the kind of person that sometimes is like, I'm not taking no for an answer. So I'm like, I'm calling her. So I call, and I'm like, so are you basically saying like I'm not good enough? Like, I don't qualify? I'm never not good enough. Squash that. So you basically saying I don't qualify? And she's like, yeah, that's what they were saying. I'm like, but y'all have 118 followers. She's like, yeah, we're looking for somebody with 5K and is this and that, blah, blah, blah. And when they got on your TikTok, you had 2,000. I'm like, I have almost 5K followers on Instagram. Granted, I am still at like 1,000 on TikTok, but my engagement, my reach, I just felt so like. And let me go back some. When we talked on Monday and she told me, she made me feel like, that I had the opportunity. She emailed me later after we got off the phone asking me to send over like my media kit and like an example of my work. And I did that. And when she responded back, she said at the end of the email, P.S. whoever wouldn't want you to, do content for their property is crazy. Well, girl, I guess you crazy. Because now I'm calling you on Thursday, and it was just like, it was awkward. It was like she just didn't even want to talk to me. Like, I was hurt. Y'all, I got off that phone and cried like a kid. I cried to the point where my 4-year-old son came and held me while I cried, because it was just like, I work so hard. You know what I'm saying? And these are the things that I don't always post on social media or talk about on social media, but I'm going to talk about it today because maybe this can help somebody else not to give up, to keep going. Because in that moment, I was just like, right before thinking I got the deal, I wanted to give up. I was ready to give up because it's like, man, I keep reaching out to these hotels. They treat me like I'm begging them. I just started to feel away. And then I called and talked to her, and it felt like, okay. And even she said, it's always like right when you're about to give up, that's when it work out. And then for days later to go by, and it didn't end up working out the way that I wanted it to work out. I was crushed. But it was a moment for me to realize, like, you can make plans and have all these plans, but you don't know what the plan God has for you. I was thinking I was securing something, setting something up to where it's like, okay, I'm going to go and that'll be work for me, but that's fun work. I love what I do. And they, 2 Chainz said, if you love what you do, it is not a job. And I feel that way when it comes to being a content creator. But I'm thinking like, okay, I'm looking out for me and my sister. That's just one less thing we don't have to worry about. Now I'm back at square one. And I'm telling that story to say, just keep going. I had a moment where it was like, oh my goodness, man, I'm about to just pay for a hotel. But it's like, no, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep writing hotels. I'm going to keep praying and trusting God. And, when something is for you, it comes to you. You don't have to go look for it. You don't have to beg. You don't have to chase. You don't have to do all of those things and wanting to be seen. It will come to you. What's for you will be for you. So keep going. Like, even if it don't look like it's going to get better, keep going. It gets better. It gets greater later. Trust me. And y'all, this is like not serious. This is like trolling, but I'm for real. Can we please stop with the AI photo shoots 2026? Can we leave that in 2025, please? Like, the AI photos are so cringy to me. I'm sorry. I said what I said. I know somebody somewhere going to have something to say about that. I said what I said. Can we please leave the AI photo shoots in 2025? And it's like, it's offensive and it's kind of like frustrating for photographers and videographers, people who that's how they make their bread and butter. That's their job. This AI is getting out of hand. Like, don't get me wrong. I love AI, but I ain't doing no AI photo shoot. I'm booking that real photo shoot. Book a real photo shoot 2026. Don't be on here doing them AI photo shoots. Some of them do be cute, but I'm sick of it. Let's just hang it up. Okay? Okay, cool. But yeah, y'all, like, as we wrapping up 2025, man, it was a good year for me, all in all. Like, everything ain't gonna always be good. It's always gonna be trials and tribulations. There's always gonna be some good days and there's always gonna be some bad days. But all in all, y'all, I had a really, like, just reflecting, just thinking to myself, I had a really good year. I did a lot of things as far as with my family and my career. Like, I went to go speak to young girls. That was so meaningful to me. Like, that meant a lot to me, to be in a place, in a position where people see me in a light that I'm worthy enough to come speak to younger women and build them up and uplift them. So I think that was like one of my highlights of 2025. Shout out to Queen I Am. Very beautiful organization and beautiful women that start the group. Very, very beautiful woman that started the group and beautiful young ladies that's in the group. So yeah, shout out to them. And 2026, y'all, we just gotta do better, be better, and move better. Stand on them boundaries that you set. And you know what's funny about standing on boundaries? It'd be funny, like, people be like, set them boundaries, girl, da, 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 until I set them boundaries with you. Now you mad. Now you feeling some type of way. And it's just kind of like, it's getting to the point where I'm such a person that care and I feel and and it's just getting to a point where it's like, no, said what I said and I'm standing on it all 2026 and for the rest of my life. Okay, like, I'm done playing with my own potential and I'm done allowing people to play with me. Don't allow people to play with you. I know y'all probably like, you always saying that, because don't let nobody play with you. Don't. Because niggas get to skating, okay? Like, people will only use you as much as you allow them to use you. So just think about that. Protect your peace. Stand on business. Have integrity. Be accountable. Don't be out here acting like a victim. Be accountable. Even me, for myself. Be accountable. Know where your shortcomings are and where you could do better at. And like my mom always say, you have one finger pointing at you and 4 pointing back at yourself. Pointing at another person and 4 fingers pointing back at yourself. So just always, move with intention and grace, and just try to be better than you was yesterday. Because every day that God wake us up, that's another opportunity for us to do better and be better. So let's do better and be better. And I hope that y'all enjoyed the Samia solo session. I love me a good solo session when I can just get it out and talk and vent. And y'all be feeling me. Y'all feel me. So if this was an episode that you liked, if there was a part or something that I touched on and talked about that you felt like you could relate to, let's keep the conversation going on in the comments, y'all. Like, where my community at? I'm looking for my community. I'm really trying to build a solid community and foundation. And I also want to say, like, if you've been watching the Prosperity Podcast, if you started watching it 2023, 2024, now, it doesn't matter. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for listening, for tuning in. I really appreciate that. And if it's anything that you guys have, if you guys have stories that you would like to share, please send them to me. If you guys have topics that you feel like you would like to hear me talk about and touch on, please send it to me. Like, I'm always open. And we a community. We in this together. It's us. We gang. Phone. No, I'm just kidding. And y'all, look at my cup. It's official out here. I'm official out here. Shout out to my best friend Sky for making this for me for Christmas. I thought this was very intentional. And let me know if this is something that you guys would like, some merch. Because I do have an event coming up on January 10th, 2 to 5 at the 4. And I'm giving away free bottles of wine when you purchase your ticket. So be there or be square. But no, y'all, that's all that I have for today. I'm not going to talk y'all ear off too much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you are listening to this on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, please be sure to leave your girl a 5-star review because I would surely appreciate it. And until then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.